Hello, my name is Justiniano Alves and I am a senior Sitecore developer. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to enable Azure Active Directory on the Sitecore Identity Server. This is the video number 2. I have done the video number 1 where I show you how to create Azure Active Directory on the Microsoft Azure platform. Also, I show you how to register your application, and also I show you how to add some members, some groups on the Microsoft Azure platform. So in this video, we will work on the Sitecore Identity Server, and there we're gonna enable the Azure Active Directory. But before we go ahead, we do that, I just wanna make sure on our application app there we register an Azure Active Directory on the Microsoft platform. We have to make sure the redirector URI and also we have to make sure that the group membership claim attributes has the security group value. Those two things we have to make sure because it's very important. Otherwise, it will not work. So now you just follow me along. I'm gonna share my screen and then you follow me along. So here I'm gonna share right now the Microsoft Azure. So here we have the Azure Active Directory. We actually on the Active Directory that we create a part of this demo. So to check the where we update the redirect URI, we have to go to our application app, okay, which is this one. We registered this application on the video number 1. You click on it, okay. Here you have all the information that you need in order to enable the Azure Active Directory on the Sitecore Identity Server. So here on the authentication, you have this redirect URIs. We have this one here. I put it there just a default on the video number 1, but the URL redirect URL here, it has to be. You have to check, like for example, your identity server base URL, okay, and then you have to add at the end. Oh, sorry, that's okay. Log out. This should be log out actually. When you log out, you go to the home page. Put it that way, and then let me get the base URL here. And here, and then you have to add this at the end. That's how you set up the redirect URL. Okay, sounds good. I'll accept. Works fine. Let's save. Okay, and another thing that we have to check is the manifest file, config file here. We have to see the group membership, it's null, but it should not be null. It has to have the security group, okay? So now let's go here, we put a security group, okay? Oh, sorry, is a string, okay, good. And then you click save. Okay, those are the two things that we have to make sure we cover before we enable the Azure Active Directory on the Sitecore Identity Server. So here I'm already on the place where I have to enable Sitecore Identity Server is a www root folder, your Sitecore Identity Server host, Sitecore, and the Sitecore plugin identity provider Azure Active Directory. You have this config file, and then here's the file that you're gonna enable. And here's this file. First thing in this enable, you have to put it true. Okay. And one thing that I want to show you before I say then you're gonna get the client ID from the Azure Active Directory here. So this is the client ID. We can just copy and then you move it past the client ID here. Okay, and then you have the directory, okay, which is your tenant ID. Push the tenant ID. And then one thing important that I'm not will going to cover this deeply into this in this training, but the next thing you're gonna be doing is to do like the mapping. Sitecore has group. Now as Azure Active Directory has group, Sitecore has roles. So you have to match the group by roles. I'm gonna give you one example. Like for example, you come in here, let's go to the Active Directory and you have a group, okay? You have the administrator group. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna come in here and then you copy the object ID and then you're gonna do the mapping. So here you have already the administrator group. Let me just, it's all comment. Let me just uncomment this one. Bear with me 1 second. I'm gonna uncomment it all. So okay, so here you're gonna put it the group code. This is the administrators. Okay, so it's admin true, but this is the group. Okay, this is how you do mapping. For example, another, you can do as many apping you have. So you have a user, some of them are content author, some of them are developer. So they, for those groups, they belong in Active Directory. You have to map in those groups with your Sitecore roles. Okay, I'm not sure if I create the developer group on the Azure Active Directory, but if I have a create developer group there, that has to match with the Sitecore role. So basically, let's see. So here's the all group. So I have a content author, but let's say let's go here and then this is the content author, and then you're gonna put it here. So you have to make sure in the Sitecore. Before I save, I want to show you something. So here you go to the Sitecore website. So now when you do login, you don't see the Active Directory. So you just log in as using the normal Sitecore credential. And one thing that I want to make sure, let's go to the role manager. I think this is gonna be helpful. So where is the content author? So let's see. We have we have the content author here, the client authoring. Okay, so basically the role that I create for the content author is gonna be match. Let's see this one, the client content author. Okay, so you copy and then you come here, you say instead of developer, it's gonna be the content author. Just make sure I'm copying the Sitecore ID. Okay, this is the content author, the ID, just make sure. So this is how you do mapping. You can map all the Sitecore roles by create a group on Active Directory, and then this is where you do map. And now just to show you that I have an enable, okay, just to show you that I have enable, I'm gonna save this file first, and then I'm gonna restart here. I'm gonna just restart the identity server. Okay, I'm gonna stop it, and then I'm gonna log out from this as well, and then I'm gonna reset the identity server, and then I'm gonna just restart this one as well. So now when I log in, it will take me to the Sitecore Identity Server, but now you should see the option, the Azure Active Directory enabled. Okay, so the Azure Active Directory is enabled. Okay, So in the next video, I'm gonna show you, we're gonna demo, we're gonna try it, make sure it's work. And also I'm gonna just give you some tips and tricks how to troubleshoot some of the issue that I face. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video.